Right now it's 6, a free online resource to help Wisconsin taxpayers in 2025. And a sneak peek into Mayo Clinic's new hospital in La Crosse.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. The trial date and location have been set for the man accused of killing Madeline Kingsbury. Adam Fravel's jury trial is set to begin on October 7th at the Blue Earth County Justice Center in Mankato. The trial, which is scheduled for up to 20 days, was ordered by Winona County's 3rd District Court. Earlier, Fravel's attorneys successfully argued for a change of venue, citing concerns about receiving a fair trial in Winona County. Fravel is facing first-degree murder charges in connection with the death of Madeline Kingsbury. Kingsbury went missing in March of 2023, prompting an extensive search involving thousands of volunteers. Her body was discovered in June, leading to Fravel's arrest the same week. A judge dismissed the case of an Onalaska man facing 17 felonies related to drug trafficking and gun crimes today. 30-year-old Efren Estrada was arrested on July 25th after police found hundreds of grams of drugs, including meth, fentanyl, Xanax pills, and marijuana. Police also found 10 firearms as well as ammunition and other drug paraphernalia. Estrada's La Crosse County case was thrown out because he now faces similar federal charges. 6 people, including 3 children, were injured in a traffic crash yesterday on Highway 21 in Byron. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, an eastbound SUV on Highway 21 hit a Jeep trying to turn onto the highway from County Road N. The Jeep's driver, 32-year-old Corey Phillips of Mauston, was seriously injured in the crash. 7 people were in the SUV. Both the driver, 31-year-old Tammy Stanley of Camp Douglas, and an unnamed 31-year-old passenger were seriously hurt. 3 children suffered minor injuries, while another 2 children in the vehicle were not injured. Well, very pleasant conditions we had today, sunny and breezy. Not too much to complain about, Greg.
No, overall, it was actually more September-like temperatures that we've seen, too. For the whole part of August, continues to be pleasant conditions, minus some cloud cover and some morning fog. But all in all, if we look outside right now, this evening still going to be pleasant as temperatures dip back down to the low 60s. Clear skies, light winds, low relative humidity. Can't really beat these temperatures, too. Once again, similar story for Eau Claire. A few clouds out there should actually become clear skies. Low relative humidity, if I can actually say that word, getting back down to 60 degrees by 11 p.m. Overall, big picture shows a few clouds out there, but once the sun goes down, they'll all dissipate. Otherwise, temperatures mainly in the 70s right now. Mason City, that is incorrect. It's not 121 over there right now, unfortunately. Overall, we've seen cloud cover there to the west, but as you pick up further west, you notice that it is a little bit more intense out there with some showers and thunderstorms. We will see some of that, but for the most part, it's really going to be cloud cover as we go on throughout the next several days. But for tonight, we'll have some fog potentially in some areas. I think a little bit less than we saw this morning. Mid-40s coldest spots to the low 50s, so a little bit of a chill. And yes, the muggy forecast right now is comfortable, but I'm going to break down later in the broadcast when it's going to get kind of oppressive, and really you're going to feel the mugginess come back, and we'll tell you when later in the broadcast.
Okay, thank you, Greg. Winona County drivers, take note. A major road closure begins tomorrow. The Highway Department says County Road 17 will be shut down for up to 4 weeks as crews replace a culvert box. Both lanes will be closed to traffic, but local residents will have access via an alternate route. Plan your commute accordingly and expect delays in the area. A new direct file program will soon be available to Wisconsin taxpayers. Governor Tony Evers announcing today that Wisconsin will join the IRS direct file program for tax filing season 2025. This means Wisconsin taxpayers will have the option to file their taxes online directly with the IRS for free. According to the U.S. Department of Treasury, taxpayers spend an average of 13 hours and $270 preparing their taxes each year. The program Direct File will ultimately save Wisconsinites time and money when filing their taxes. Tomah School Board is asking for your help with a major decision. On Monday, they voted 6-1 to put a $177 million referendum on the November 5th ballot. Now, if approved, the district will use the funds to build a new high school, turn the current high school into a middle school, and convert the old middle school into an elementary school. The referendum will also include upgrades to various student programs.
Very excited about the potential for the collaborative learning spaces, increasing the access for our fine arts programs, increasing the access to our gyms that would be available for extracurricular, etc., through this particular capital referendum.
So it's suggested to keep an eye on your mailbox because the district will be sending out information as part of their informational campaign soon. The Department of Natural Resources partnered with local law enforcement to teach kids to fish at the second annual Cops and Bobbers. Kids ages 7 to 15 were welcome to join officers at Black Hawk Park in DeSoto to fish and go on boat rides on the Mississippi. Community members donated boats and other supplies in order to make the event possible. Organizers started the program so kids who may have never been on the river had an opportunity to enjoy it.
Love fishing, but also helping kids would be the best part about this right now. Like going on boat rides, seeing other fish that they never seen before or never gone outdoors to fish.
The DNR put on a fish fry for all the attendees with the fish they caught during the day. The new Mayo Clinic Hospital in La Crosse is another step closer to opening its doors to patients. Today, Mayo Clinic leaders and officials toured the newly built facility for a first-hand look at the equipment and facilities they say make it a true state-of-the-art hospital. News 8 Now's Michael Germain got a sneak peek inside.
Emily, that's right. A big day to say the least here in the La Crosse community. The construction on this project began in 2022, a $215 million renovation here. And when it's all said and done, officials tell me that the biggest difference between this hospital and the last is the advancement in technology.
So this here sets us up beautifully to continue our care of patients here in the community.
Physician site manager Scott Acuno says the new Mayo Clinic Hospital is built to last. Each floor of the hospital is tailored to the specific care patients need. The first floor will house radiology, while other floors will be dedicated to medical and surgical care, a family birth center, and a special care nursery. A lot of new equipment is being added to the radiology department, including a new CT scanner, MRI machine, and a new PET CT scanner.
The scans are going to come off the machine faster, so the patients are going to have less time they're spending in the machine.
In the PET CT room, patients can have their PET scanned to detect the spread of cancer or to capture detailed images of the brain and heart.
It's going to be safer and more comfortable for patients. The equipment's more accommodating for patients, so we're able to scan more patients.
This advanced facility allows Mayo Health Clinic to step forward in the services they offer, enhancing the quality of care for patients.
This allows us to kind of see what the future will bring here for the region.
Now, the public is invited to attend an open house here this Sunday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and the hospital is set to open right here for the public full-time on September 24th. Reporting live in La Crosse, Michael Germain, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Michael. Cyclists riding for a charitable cause made a stop in La Crosse today. The annual Project Hero Great Lakes Challenge is raising funds to support injured veterans and first responders. Project Hero is a national nonprofit organization that assists veterans and first responders affected by injury, post-traumatic stress disorder, and traumatic brain injury. The riders began their journey on Sunday in St. Paul, Minnesota, and will conclude on Saturday in Madison. Day 3 of the DNC, who we're expected to see take the stage tonight when we come back.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT Hand-Breaded Chicken Sandwich.
Life has become too expensive. Groceries and gas have gotten out of control, and red tape is killing the economy. But fortunately, our Congressman, Derek Van Orden, is fighting for solutions to make living more affordable for us in Wisconsin. He's advocating for common sense bills that would make everyday items like gas and groceries more affordable.
Now, Congress has an opportunity to lower costs by cutting red tape. Tell Congressman Van Orden to keep working to lower costs and support the Red Tape Reduction Act.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get up to $7,400 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Asher Lasting Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Lasting Exteriors.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag, just $5.99. Loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink. All for just $5.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is getting ready to take the stage tonight as the Democratic vice presidential nominee. Skylar Henry is at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago with details.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz checked out the stage at the Democratic National Convention hours before he's set to deliver his keynote speech as Vice President Kamala Harris's running mate.
When you look at Tim, you see a Democratic governor delivering results in every community, from the cities to the suburbs to rural towns.
Former President Bill Clinton and former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will also take the stage tonight before Walz officially accepts his party's nomination. It's an opportunity for the former congressman, Army National Guard veteran, and one-time high school teacher and football coach to introduce himself to a national audience.
There are still quite a few people who do not know who he is. What are you expecting tonight?
I think that there are lots of people. You're being generous.
Senator LaVonza Butler of California says Walz will address all Americans.
Coach Walz, I believe, is going to speak directly to working families all across the country, communicating what he and Vice President Harris want to get done in moving our country forward.
And while Harris and Walz try to continue to build momentum, William Howell, a professor of American politics at the University of Chicago, says to do that, they need specific policies.
They need to give a fuller sense of what their vision is, where they want to go, so that the interest is sustained and the enthusiasm is held.
Harris will have the opportunity to do just that tomorrow night when she accepts her party's nomination. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Chicago.
Now, Democrats are calling their theme tonight a fight for our freedoms. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s campaign announced he will be addressing the nation from Phoenix on Friday. Two sources say the independent presidential candidate is expected to end his campaign. Kennedy's campaign is reportedly in talks with Donald Trump's team about a possible endorsement. On Tuesday, Kennedy's running mate, Nicole Shanahan, said the campaign is considering whether to join forces with Trump to prevent the, quote, risk of a Harris victory. On Tuesday, he expressed openness to Kennedy playing a role in a future administration if he drops out and offers his endorsement. And Greg will have a full look at our forecast right after the break.
Before she was the most liberal U.S. senator, Kamala Harris was the liberal San Francisco prosecutor, the most progressive in all of California. She let an MS-13 gang member go, who then murdered a father and his 2 sons. She agreed to release another felon, who then committed murder. And Kamala even protected illegal alien drug dealers so they could escape deportation. Kamala Harris, a dangerous San Francisco liberal. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
50 years ago, I prayed this prayer, and it changed my life, and it can change your life. You see, I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired, and my life was in a mess. And I just got on my knees one night, and I said, God, I've sinned against you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. And I said, I believe Jesus Christ is your Son, and I believe that he took my sins to the cross, and he died and shed his blood for my sins, and that he was buried, and that you raised him to life, and I'd like to invite him to come into my heart right now. And I prayed that prayer, and God heard my prayer, and he forgave me, and he'll forgive you, and he'll cleanse you and change your life starting today. Just pray this prayer as I say, God, I'm a sinner, I'm sorry, forgive me. I believe Jesus is your Son. I want to trust him as my Savior and follow him as my Lord from this day forward. Amen. If you prayed that prayer, I want you to call right now that number that's on the screen. Call that number, and may God bless you.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get up to $7,400 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Yeah, so far we've had pleasant conditions really this whole entire month, minus like one 90-degree day earlier in the month. Overall, we've been more September-like, but that's going to change right now. Still, the pattern is with the hot conditions out to the west. You see the jet kind of come right up to the north of Canada. That keeps your hot and humid conditions, or at least hot conditions to the south. We've been remaining under this northwest flow aloft, which keeps us fairly pleasant. Any type of systems that try to make their way eastward kind of fall apart, so we get some cloud cover, but not a lot of precipitation. So it's a dry and pleasant type of pattern, but it is going to begin to change. You can see that there's your temperatures here. We're talking about 100-degree plus down in Texas. Eventually that heat dome is going to make its way up here, but not till the weekend. So we're still quiet through Thursday. We have a few showers potentially. I've talked about those systems getting close. One's going to come through, get it close enough to maybe bring a sprinkle or a shower Thursday night, Friday morning. Milder Friday, probably closer to where we should be for temperature-wise. The humidity starts rising on Saturday, along with the temperature does too. But overnight, really it's going to be quiet conditions once again. We'll see a little bit increase in clouds, high clouds towards the morning, but still we could see a few areas of fog, and Eau Claire headed up this morning. Wisconsin River area too. There could be similar areas again once again in the morning. That should all burn off, but by 5 a.m. we're looking at the 50s. 40s for some locations. Then throughout the day, just some thin high cirrus clouds begin to push across the area, but still pleasant conditions. You'll notice some of the green start showing up west of Minneapolis. That's that system that's going to be approaching. It's going to fall apart and struggle to get precipitation to the ground, given how dry we'll be. But eventually we might see some of that as that thing lingers just kind of right over the area Thursday night, developing a few showers, especially north of Eau Claire, going into maybe Friday morning. Big picture shows here's that area kind of comes across Friday morning, and then kind of sits across the area along I-94, and then kind of sags a little bit south during the day. This may give us a little bit of a shower or sprinkle. Probably best shot is late Thursday night, early Friday, and maybe Friday night into Saturday. If we get anything, it's going to be very light amounts. Most areas will just see some cloud cover. cover going on Friday evening. So Friday evening activity should be okay, minus a sprinkle. Otherwise, temperatures will be a little bit milder going to Friday, and that's just the beginning of it. Really, if you look at this heat dome, this is the parent temperatures. And where you see purple, that's a 100-degree plus heat index that we're going to see. So Friday, you can start seeing it's still to the south. By the time we get to Saturday, it's pulling all the way further north. So we're going to see that heat dome right over us through about maybe Monday, Tuesday before it begins to push east. So we could see heat indices in that 95 to maybe 100-degree range. Eventually next week, we'll see it kind of push east. So we're going to get a taste of summer here for a few days, but really not even tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're still going to see temperatures a little bit warmer, getting closer to 80 for a lot of areas along La Crosse. A little bit more sun in the afternoon. 78 in Soldier Groves. Then we go further north, more into the mid-70s. Once again, cloud cover here and there. Arcadia 77, and then all the way up to Eau Claire and areas up to the north. Finally getting into the mid-70s in a lot of these locations. So getting closer to average. I think we'll get that point when we get to Friday, and as we go towards the weekend, we're going to look at temperatures then get up to the upper 80s, and then hot and humid Sunday through Monday, and then kind of starting to cool off as we go towards next week with maybe some rain chances coming in, but we've been fairly dry stretch, and I think that will continue for the most part. But we're going to have summer coming back. And good news for Labor Day right now, it does look quiet so far and pleasant right now.
And should be warm.
It should be pleasant, at least where we should be. Upper 70s, low 80s right now.
All right, I like the sound of it. Thank you, Greg. Coming up in sports, the Packers prepare for a joint practice with the Ravens tomorrow. And one player is looking forward to the challenge of matching up with one of the AFC's best. Jacob is in next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. During the Labor Day sale, discover statement pieces starting at $499.99. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. No minimum purchase required. Shop more deals in-store and online.
My son, Nick, took illicit fentanyl, which cost him his life. And knowing that my son is never coming back is the worst thing that I will have to live with for the rest of my life.
Tammy Baldwin's been with us every step of the way. She just got a major bill passed to really crack down on fentanyl. She doesn't just talk the talk, but she actually walks the walk.
I cannot tell you how much we appreciate Tammy Baldwin fighting this fight.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO. There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Labor Day mattress deals are happening now at Ashley. For a limited time, save up to $1,000 on select mattress purchases. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. Only at Ashley.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, tomorrow the high school football season in Wisconsin begins. The wait is almost over, and a few area teams will look to start out 1-0. After a 9-2 season a year ago, La Crosse Central has a tough draw for Week 1 as they take on Waunakee, who ended their season back in 2023 in the second level of the playoffs. The annual Bangor-Belrose-Mindoro matchup is in store yet again, and Bangor shut out the Mustangs last year in the opener, and they've dominated the series as of late. Lastly, up north, Glenwood City and Oliva Strum will do battle. Cardinals hoping to repay the favor after a blowout loss to the Hilltoppers in 2023. Also tomorrow, the Baltimore Ravens will be in Titletown for the last joint practice of the season before the two teams play on Saturday in the final preseason game. After a rough showing against Denver back on Sunday, I'd imagine we see a more crisp effort from Green Bay, and Kenny Clark says they'll need to be sharp against a team with the quality that Baltimore has.
They're definitely a complete team. It's a team that that's always, in the last couple teams out of the year, going into the playoffs or the Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff. So, well-respected organization, and we're excited to go against them, compete, and get better definitely.
Now, Matt LaFleur hasn't announced yet if the starters will suit up on Saturday. He said he wants to see how the joint practice goes before deciding. The Twins are hoping to avoid the sweep against the scorching hot Padres right now. This one tied at 0 in the second frame. Minnesota will get a day off tomorrow before beginning a weekend set with St. Louis on Friday. And after a close call last night with those Cardinals bringing the bases loaded in the 9th against Devin Williams, the Brewers escaped for another win, raising their lead to 11.5 games in the Central. In about 20 minutes, these squads will match up again for game number 2. Milwaukee sending out Tobias Myers, who currently is tied for the second lowest ERA by a Brewers rookie in at least 10 starts at 2.81. Kyle Gibson is on the bump for the Cardinals. So,
hey, and I forgot to wear my hat.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that was good luck for them.
Could be. High school football, though, starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Big show on Friday, so looking forward to that. I'm curious, what is high school football like back in Texas?
Oh, like Friday Night Lights in Odessa, Texas, right? No, I mean, it's different all over the place, but I did grow up next to a community where they breed them to be football players from age 3. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Awesome.
But it's good everywhere.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Okay. All right, we'll have another look at your forecast right after this.
Your child's confidence stems from learning and seeing clearly. At Shopko Optical, our professional team will help your child start their journey of confidence by providing quality eye care in a warm and comfortable environment. Schedule their back-to-school exam at shopko.com.
She grew up in a middle-class home. She was the daughter of a working mom, and she worked at McDonald's while she got her degree. Kamala Harris knows what it's like to be middle class. It's why she's determined to lower healthcare costs and make housing more affordable. Donald Trump has no plan to help the middle class, just more tax cuts for billionaires. Being president is about who you fight for, and she's fighting for people like you.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Everyone's vision needs are unique. At Shopko Optical, our caring team of professionals will work with you to ensure your vision is at its best. Shopko Optical can help you experience every detail, color, and breathtaking sight in clarity.
All right, pleasant through tomorrow. Maybe a shower Thursday night, Friday night. Probably won't not amount to too much. Other than that, heat humidity is coming back this weekend.
Feeling like summer, the way it should.
It's gonna feel like it.
Like it. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you at 10.